Oh, welcome once again. This is Seewing Yi, and thank you for attending. Now, for those of you who have been following my YouTube channel, some of you could be confused as to what is my background. Yes, uh, the kind of video that I've been putting out to you guys so far in YouTube channel. I talk about the general news. I follow the all the popular website like Redfin and Zillow.com and Mortgage News Daily and Realtor.com, National Association Realtor. So they put out this very timely, relevant real estate market information that can impact what's going on in the housing markets. I talk about primary home buyers sometimes, but mainly I am real estate investing type of space. That's what I do. That's my profession. I'm not a local realtor. I do not sell homes in a particular city in a country, or and so yeah. I mean, a lot of YouTube channel real estate YouTubers they promote their market wherever their market is. That's all they do. They're only licensed to sell buy and sell primary homes, owner occupied homes in their neighborhood. But they talk high level. They talk about all the aspects about the housing market, the trends, the mortgage rates, all those typical generic information. I do that too, which is fine. I'm trying to enhance my my YouTube channel, try to upgrade and all that. But mainly, I'm a real estate investor. I've been doing it for 30 years, and I help. Physically, I live here in San Francisco Bay Area for many years, for 3 decades, and I guide our real estate investors within my investment community in my yeah, to buy out-of-state turnkey cash flow homes in a different part of the country. And I've been doing it for, like I said, more than 20 years. I've guided thousands of real estate investors, most of them are mom and pop investors, to buy, low cost, entry level, uh, uh, single family homes and match up professional property management in a particular market so they can achieve, so investors, mom and pop investors can achieve wealth through turnkey, hassle-free rental property management. So anyway, today I'm going off topic. I think you might like it. Please, if you see value at the end of this short video, I don't know how short, I'm not timing. I may have to break this presentation to more than one part because who knows, I may get carried away about what I'm about to talk about. Today I'm going to talk about house hacking. Okay, very interesting topic. Uh, so I don't have a script. Not that I always, not that I do all the time. I do not really have a script, but I think you might like it. But if you like the video at the end of this presentation, please smash the like button and subscribe to my channel, and also subscribe to my website so you can receive real estate investing information free. So you can be a free subscriber, free member of my real estate investing community through the Real Estate Network. So anyway, house hacking. So very interesting. I have didn't really disclose too much of my background to you, but here it is. Uh, I'm a professional house hacker. Professional house hacker. What does house hacking mean? This means you buy a home to live in, to physically live there as a primary home buyer, owner occupied buyer. And then after, because you get favorable loans, mortgage loans, favorable down payments, and then you house hack. You live, you live at your primary home for at least 1 year. After that, you could move to another location and then rent the previous house out to convert it into a rental property. Then you buy another home somewhere else, and as a principal buyer, home buyer, primary home, owner occupied, and you can buy a single family home, a duplex, triplex, or fourplex. Maximum is fourplex, and live in one of the unit. And your intent is to owner occupy the property. Then after at least 1 year of living there, then you could justify going to another location, another part of town, or another city, another region of the country, and continue to do serial house hacking. Okay, the title of these videos, serial house hacking. I've done it several times in the past 30 years. I didn't do that many, but I'm still doing it right now. I started briefly. I started my okay. Let's put it this way: the best way to house hack. There are three ways to house hack. Okay, the first way, if you are a military veteran, which I am. By the way, I spent 20 years in a U.S. Army. 20 years active duty. So I'm retired U.S. Army. I'm a retiree. 20 years of faithful service, and I retired more than 20 years ago. I retired from the military, receiving full military pension and military medical benefits for the rest of my life. Imagine retiring with a full pension, tremendous amount of benefits in the U.S. military. As a veteran, knowing what I know right now, there are more benefits of becoming an ex-military veteran. Then there are more amazing benefits, like winning the lottery, winning the real estate lottery. But that's one way. One way you get a VA loan, Veteran Administration loan, 0% down. If you're a military veteran, either you're active duty or or you serve one term of service in the military, then you qualify to buy a primary home owner occupied using 0% down VA loan. That's one way. Number one way. Number two way is if you are a regular buyer, you want to minimize your down payment. You can do a FHA loan. FHA loan, 3.5% down payment loan. 3.5% down payment. Yeah, you need a PMI. You have to pay a private mortgage insurance. But with a VA loan or as a VA FHA first-time home buyer, you can buy a single-family home and live there, or you can buy a duplex or triplex or fourplex as long as you live in one of the units on those multi-unit and rent out the others, right? But still is primary home purchase. You can live there legally and physically. You have to you have the intent of living at the home at least a year, okay? And then after that, you'll feel free to exit that house and buy another house immediately after 1 year of at least 1 year of occupancy status. Then you can convert that primary home into a rental property and rent out all the units, and then move on to another house in the same area or out of the area in another part of the country, whatever you choose based on your career goals and your job situation, and then do house hacking again. But it's all legitimate. I'm not asking you to be unethical or do something illegal. But each time you buy a home with a VA loan, 0% down, you have to have ethical intent to live at the home as a primary home owner occupied. Same thing with an FHA home, 2.5% down. Actually, you can also house hack buying a regular home, right? You can do that too. You don't have to be a first-time home buyer, FHA. You don't have to be a VA loan buyer. By the way, with the VA loan, you can use the VA loan multiple times, unlimited times, as long as you have this restoration of benefits. That's I don't want to be too technical, but I've purchased homes using VA loans several times in my lifetime, and I'm continuing to do so. Same thing with the FHA loan, 3.5% down payment as a primary home buyer. You can buy 1 to 4 unit. Again, you must legally and ethically and physically have to be call that home a primary home, 1 to 4 unit. You must live there at least 1 year. Then after 1 year, you'll feel free to house hack, if you will. Then to go to another location, buy another 1 to 4 unit, live in one of the units at least a year, and then leave that place and convert it that primary home into a rental property and get all the rentals lease out. Okay, so are you very clear? And or you can buy a primary home without an FHA, without the VA, using conventional loan, getting a single family home with 10% down as a primary home buyer, or you can buy up to 4 unit as a primary home using 20% down payment as a regular conventional lender, not using the VA or FHA. And then same thing, right? After 1 year, you could vacate the home, convert it into a rental property, rent out all the doors, all the units, and then keep on house hacking. You could, technically speaking, house hack once a year for the next 30 to 40 years of your life. At the end, at the end of your career, you could own 50 doors or 50 houses or 50 multi-units, whatever. I mean, I'm being very extreme, but there's unlimited situation you can do it. So again, I house hack. At that time, 30 years ago, when I first bought my home in the San Francisco Bay Area, 31 years ago, actually, I never heard of the word house hack. I mean, I just bought the home just to live there. I mean, I had to live somewhere, so that's what I did. I used my military benefit, 0% down VA loan, veteran administration loan. I lived there, raised our family 30 years ago. Then gained all the equity living in the San Francisco Bay Area. Then all the equity I've gained from the home. Then I bought another home 10 years later using VA loan again. Then all the equity that I've gained, I tapped into those equity and bought multiple homes, rental properties all over the country. And that's why, that's what I do right now. I'm a real estate investment counselor, consultant, advisor. Again, I have owned homes in multiple locations throughout the US. I mean, if I could remember, I've owned primary homes and rental properties off and on throughout the past 30 years. I own homes in, let me see, in Florida, in North Carolina, in Louisiana, in Tennessee, in Florida, and in South Carolina, and of course California quite a few times, and Hawaii. Anything else? Oh yeah, Nevada and Arizona. I lost track. I own some homes. I sold a lot of the homes also over the years, and I'm still buying and selling. Mostly, I'm a real estate investor, buying cash flow homes in many locations. So I buy, and these are buy in the whole situation. So this short video, I need to go through a part 2, part 3 beyond this initial video. So most important thing is, if you're an active duty soldier, you have the ability to buy a home wherever you are stationed somewhere. The key is, whatever you do house hacking, don't buy an expensive home, because you need to buy a moderately priced home where the rent will cover the mortgage eventually when you rent it out. So I mean, if it is a single family home, you should not buy a home and go to the house hack successfully, because when you rent the property out in the future, you need to the renter have to match your mortgage payment, your taxes, your insurance, your whatever, your monthly debt service. So don't buy in an expensive area. I mean, a single family home. It's just a just a criteria, just a benchmark. Don't buy a single family home more than $400,000 price. But on a duplex, I mean, you could make the argument, duplex, if it is like a $200,000 per unit, that's fine. Per door, that's great. So $200,000 per door on a multi-unit, 2 to 4 units. $400,000 duplex, or $600,000 triplex, or $800,000 to $1 million of 4 units, as long as the rent will cover all your monthly debt service. So use the ratio, use the rent to value ratio of 0.07. That's a benchmark. Ideally, you will want 1% rent to value ratio. So if you buy a house, if you rent a property, if you buy a property for 300,000, for example, multiply by 1%, that means $3,000 monthly rent. So you need to charge a $3,000 monthly rent in order for you to cash flow. It's all about the cash flow. So if you buy a home, the price is too high. You're not going to cash flow once you convert that primary home into a rental property. Does that make sense? Okay, I mean, there's much more to it than this, but just listen to my video from a high level. All right, so house hacking is one way of doing, many different ways to do it. But of course, you have to qualify. You have to have a good credit. You have to manage your money well. You have to crunch the numbers. The house you buy, the duplex you buy, the threeplex you buy, fourplex you buy. You have to run the numbers where the rent, whatever rent you're charging per door, will offset your monthly debt service. So do the numbers. I don't have time to go over the number crunching aspects of a house hacking. It'll take me hours and hours. So it all depends on how many people watch, how many views get to watch this particular very niche way of presentation, house hacking. I know other, real estate providers spoke about house hacking over the years, but the way they explain it is not very, very clear. So anyway, I come from you with a lot of experience. I've done several VA loans, 0% down. I'm able to hold the long term. Some of the homes that I bought in California and Hawaii, I used a VA loan, 0% down. I mean, free, right? I mean, like winning the lottery. I mean, like no money down, which is amazing. It's just absolutely, as I look back, being a military veteran, there's so much benefit. I can keep on use the VA loan multiple times. You guys out there, you can use the FHA loan, 3.5% down payment, multiple times. I mean, yeah, technically speaking, FHA is first-time home buyers. Not really. You buy. If you're not a veteran, you can't qualify for a 0% down VA loan. That's fine. You become a regular person and buy up to a fourplex, 1 to 4 unit using FHA 3.5% down payment. Because if you can buy a regular investment property out there, the requirements are you need to put at least 20 to 25% down payment. 20% down payment if it's a single family home, residential investment property, or if it's a duplex or higher, you need to put 25% down payment minimum. So, a lot of people may not have that much money initially to buy an investment property. So why not, use house hacking method, legitimately buy a home, 1 to 4 unit using VA or FHA or conventional lending, and live there physically as a primary home, legitimately, right? I'm not telling you to do something illegal. I mean, because it's fraud. I mean, I'm not promoting fraud in any way, shape, or form whatsoever. You do it legitimately, because if you move from if you leave after 1 year and converted your primary home into a rental property, you have a legitimate reason. I mean, you can always do a explanation. I need to buy a bigger home. I need to accommodate my growing family, or I have a job relocation to another part of town, or I've outgrown my smaller initial home. It's pretty easy to justify, upgrading to another home from a primary home, converting to rental, then go to a house hack another house. A year later, the minimal occupancy, as I understand it, is 1 year, right? You live, don't do something scam, whatever. That's not at all what I'm promoting. Do it the right way. House hacking has been around for many, many years. It has done successfully by thousands and thousands of people all over the country for decades. I'm just sharing with you some of my unique personal experience. I've done very well using VA loans. multiple times, and I'm continuing to use them to this day. And then, then I do the conversion from primary home to to investment property using the low down payment method, FHA, VAs. So essentially, I'm very blessed and very fortunate. I'm able to do this. Really, I mean, creating real estate wealth without none of my money, right? You leverage off your initial home that I bought 30 years ago, 0% down. Then I built the equity because I live in a house for many, many years. The value just grows automatically. That's how real estate is. So that's just one way. Is not the only way to grow your real estate wealth. The most important thing is you need more than one property to achieve wealth. One house is not good enough. You need to you need to own a lot of properties in order to achieve the passive income, in order to create the equity and the wealth that if you want to create generational wealth. Okay, it's a long time planning. It's a long-term buy and hold scenario, and do it right. I mean, there are a lot of attributes that someone need to be a successful real estate investor. Most people can't do it for 1 million reasons, 1 million excuses. But if you educate yourself, follow my YouTube channel. This is just one way, okay, to create wealth. There are many different ways. You can straight out buy rental properties, 20% down systematically, over the years. It's not a get rich quick scheme, but it can be done and it is has proven to be successful. At least for myself personally, I could share with you some unique experience that I've gained over the years. I could have done better over the years. I could have done a lot more house hacking, but it is what it is. I'm able to use a lot of equity over the years to buy many rental properties and achieve cash flow and that passive income. And I'm not even done yet. My portfolio continue to grow regardless of the economic condition, regardless of the housing market. I don't care whether recession, inflation, crash or whatever. I don't care, because as long as I buy and hold houses long term, I mean, it doesn't bother me, because at the end of the day, yes, real estate may correct, may go through a bubble situation. It depends, but over time, real estate always make money. If you hold the property, if you hold any houses for 7 to 10 years, you will make money. Real estate will grow over time. Anyway, so that's my parting message. And I may have left a lot of details about house hacking out of it, but depending on the how many people view this particular presentation, house hacking, I might want to do another one. So so please make a comment below. What kind of questions you have. I'll be more than happy to answer your comments below. Let me know what's your situation, or your military, or your regular folk out there trying to buy your first house. You want to learn about house hacking, put down your questions. I'll be more than happy to answer thoughtful questions. And so at the end of the day, I'll provide you with a weekly, very good timing housing market real estate information on a consistent basis every week. Follow my channel. So smash the like button if you receive value from this video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also subscribe to my email newsletter, free newsletter, so you can receive real estate investing information in all aspects. Thank you so much. This is Seewing Yi. I will see you on next video very shortly. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.